Um, So from today we are starting Krishna books. Shri Radha Govinda and Srila Prabhupada welcomes you all. We are level 3. Uh, I hope this is level 3. I guess so. So we are starting the reading sessions for Krishna book. So we'll start from the starting. Okay. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hari Bol. All of you tell Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Yes, Tanya and Soham.
Hari Bol.
How about Soham?
Soham. What? Say Hari Bol. Hari Bol. What do you want? That's it.
Yeah. So we'll start with dedication. Let's pray to Shri Radha Govinda and Srila Prabhupada so we understand Krishna book properly and can apply in our life properly and can learn as much as we as much as we can and to the best extent that we can. Let our reading be pleased to our Guru and Guru Parampara, the Acharyas and Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, so that we understand, we develop this love for Krishna as an ultimate goal. Yeah. So we'll start with Soham. Soham, you want to read this? The dedication?
To my father, Gaur Mahunde, 1849 to 1930, a pure devotee of Krishna who raised me as a Krishna conscious child from the beginning of my life. In my boyhood ages, he instructed me how to play the Mr. Danga. He gave me Radha Krishna Vigra to worship, and he gave me Jagannatha to duly observe the festival as my childhood play. He was kind to me, and I imbibed from him the ideas later on solidified by my spiritualified master, the Eternal Father.
So Prabhupada is offering his respects to his father, Gaur Mohan De. Okay. And this is from Apple. Hare Krishna Priya Mataji. So good to see you. Do you want to read
Hare
this?
Krishna Mataji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Everybody is looking for Krishna. Some don't realize that they are, but they are. Krishna is God, the source of all that exists, the cause of all that is, was, or ever will be. As God is unlimited, He has many names. Uh, Allah, Buddha, Jehovah, Rama, all are Krishna, all are one. God is not abstract. He has both the impersonal and the personal aspects to his personality, which is supreme, eternal, blissful, and full of confidence and full of knowledge. As a single drop of water has the same qualities of an ocean of water, so has our consciousness the qualities of God's consciousness. But through our identification and attachment with material energy, that is physical body, some sense pleasures, material possessions, ego, etc., our true transcendental consciousness has been polluted, and like a dirty mirror, it is unable to reflect a pure image. With many lives, our association with the temporary has grown. The impermanent body, a bag of bones and flesh, is mistaken for a true self, and we have accepted this temporary condition to be final. Through all ages, great saints have remained a living proof that this non-temporary permanent state of God consciousness can be revived in all living souls. Each soul is potentially divine. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, steady in the self, being freed from all material contamination, the yogi achieves the highest perfection stage of happiness in touch with the supreme consciousness. Yoga, a scientific method for God, self-realization, is the process by which we purify our consciousness, stop further pollution, and arrive at the stage of perfection, full knowledge, full bliss. bliss.
Yes, much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, much. So we'll just see. So here. So this is, I think this is written by who wrote this? I think maybe Vihan knows this. Vihan, who wrote this, Vihan?
Prabhupada?
Bro? No. He's famous Beatle. If some other know.
George Harrison.
Haribol, yes, absolutely. Yeah. He wrote this. I mean, Prabhupada made him to write, but he wrote all this. So, yeah. So, Ujjit, you want to continue from here?
Okay, Mataji. If there's a God, I want to see him. It's pointless to believe in something without proof, and Krishna consciousness and meditation are methods where you can actually obtain God perception. You can actually see God and hear him, play with him. It might sound crazy, but he's actually there, actually with you. There are many yogic paths: Raja, Jnana, Hatha, Kriya, Karma, Bhakti, which are all acclaimed by the masters of each method. Swami Bhakti Vedanta is, as his title says, a bhakti yoga following the path of devotion. By serving God through each thought, word, and deed, and by chanting his holy names, the devotee quickly develops God consciousness. By chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, one inevitably arrives at Krishna consciousness. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. I request that you take advantage of this book, Krishna, and enter into its understanding. I also request that you make an appointment to meet your God now through the self liberating process of yoga, union, and give peace a chance. George Harrison, Apple Corps,
Yes.
Ltd.
Limited, that means. The address. Haribol. So Krishna consciousness, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So if externally if we say, if I'm chanting, if they say chant, 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 and if you're not chanting, we cannot feel that rasa. Once we start chanting, we can feel that taste in Krishna consciousness. So until and unless we do activities for Krishna, we cannot get that bliss externally by seeing something. If you're just watching something, can we get the taste? If I'm just seeing the mango, can I feel the taste of the mango? Is it possible? Tanya, what do you say? Is it possible to taste?
No.
No, isn't it? So if you're just seeing externally, people are if you're just seeing him, if you're not involving in Krishna consciousness, then we cannot get the taste. So the proof of pudding is in the eating. And so does anyone know the song that George Harrison sung that became so famous? My sweet Lord. Who knows that? No one knows it? Vihan knows it? I really wanna see you. I really wanna see you, Lord.
No.
Oh, you don't know it? Oh, maybe we should play it, isn't it? But I don't. I'll check the proper video and I'll play it tomorrow. Such a nice song. Very nice song, actually. Okay. Tanya, you want to start the preface?
Yeah.
Yes, go.
निवृत्ता दर्शाए उगी मनत भाव सचेत चित्र मनोभिर्मत का उत्मा श्लोका गुणवतात पूर्णां वृतजयत विना पशुघ्नात्. In the Western countries, when someone sees the cover of a book like Krishna, he immediately asks, "Who is Krishna? Who is the girl with Krishna?" etc. The immediate answer is that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How is that? Because he conforms in exact detail to the descriptions of the Supreme Being, the Godhead. In other words, Krishna is the Godhead because he is all attractive, outside the principle of all attraction. There is no meaning to the word Godhead. How is it one can be all attractive? First of all, if one is very wealthy, if he has great riches, he becomes attractive to the people in general. Similarly, if someone is very powerful, he also becomes attractive, and if someone is very famous, he also becomes attractive. If someone is very beautiful or wise or unattached to all kinds of possessions, he also becomes attractive. So, from practical experience, we can observe that one is attractive due to 1, wealth, 2, power, 3, fame, 4, beauty, 5, wisdom, 6, renunciation. One who is in possession of all 6 of these opulences at the same time, who possesses them to an ultimate degree, is understood to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These opulences of the Godhead are delineated by Parasara Muni and the great Vedic authority. We have seen many rich persons, many powerful persons, many famous persons, many beautiful persons, many learned and scholarly persons, and persons in the renounced order of life, unattached to material possessions. But we have never seen any one person who is unlimitedly and simultaneously wealthy, powerful, famous, beautiful, wise, and unattached like Krishna. In the history of humanity, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is a historical person who appeared on this earth 5,000 years ago. He stayed on this earth for 125 years and played exactly like a human being, but his activities were unparalleled. From the very moment of his appearance to the moment of his disappearance, every one of his activities is unparalleled in the history of the world. And therefore, anyone who knows what we mean by Godhead will accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one is equal to the Godhead, and no one is greater than him. That is the important of the familiar saying, God is great.
Very good. Thank you. So, what are the 6 opulences that Prabhupada is talking here that Krishna is having? Some people may be very rich, some people may be very powerful, some people may be very famous, some people may be very beautiful, some people may be very intelligent, some people may be renounced, very much renounced. But one personality who is having all these 6 qualities. Who is that personality? Krishna, isn't it? So, what are the 6 opulences that Krishna has? Vihan, you want to try?
Well,
Well,
uh, renunciation, wisdom, beauty, fame, power.
fame, power, wealth, renunciation, beauty, wisdom. Right. These are the 6 opulences of Krishna. Exactly. So, how many years was Krishna there on this planet? Soham? How many years was Krishna there on this planet?
5,000. Oh, 5,000.
5,000 years ago he appeared, but how many
I mean,
years?
125.
125. Right. His age was 125 when he disappeared. So, and Krishna's activities are unparalleled. Why? Because at the age of 7 years, with his pinky, he lifted the Govardhan hill. Is it possible for any human to do that? That's just one thing. He did many of such things. So we are going to see all those. Okay. So the key points are Krishna has 6 opulences in totality. What are the 6 opulences? The first thing, beauty, renunciation, knowledge, or wisdom and fame. He's all famous, all powerful, right? So all these six opulences are there in totality in Krishna. So such a great personality is Krishna. So if someone is called as Supreme Personality of Godhead, then he should have the six opulences. This is very, very important to remember. How can one claim that he's God? If he has the six opulences, then anyone can claim that he's God. Okay? So if someone says that I am God, then he should have all the six opulences. Okay? Yeah. Vihan, you want to read? You want to continue?
From where?
From there are various classes.
Okay. There are various classes of men in the world who speak of God in different ways. But according to the Vedic lectures and according to the great acharyas, the authorized persons is versed in the knowledge of God in all ages. Like acharyas Shankar, Ramaja, Madhva, Vishnu, Manvi, Lord Chaitanya, and all their followers by this disciplic succession, all unanimously agree that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As far as we, the followers of Vedic civilization, are concerned, we accept the Vedic history of the whole universe, which consists of different planetary systems called Sarvaloka or the higher planetary system, Mattaloka or the intermediate planetary system, and Battaloka or the lower planetary system. The modern historians of this earth cannot supply historical evidence of events that occurred before 5,000 years ago, and biologists say that 40,000 years ago, Homo sapiens has not appeared on this planet because evolution has not reached that point. But the Vedic history, such as Puranas and Mahabharata, relate human histories which extend millions and billions of years into the past.
Yeah, continue.
For example, from these literacies, we are given the histories of Krishna's appearance and disappearances millions of and billions of years ago. In the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna that both he and Arjuna had many births before that Krishna, could remember all of them, but Arjuna could not. This illustrates the difference between the knowledge of Krishna and that of Arjuna. Arjuna may have been a very great warrior, a well-cultured man, a member of the Kuru dynasty, but after all, he is an ordinary human being. Whereas Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the possessor of unlimited knowledge, because he possesses unlimited knowledge. Krishna has a memory that is boundless.
Very well. Thank you. So that's the difference between Krishna and the other living entity. So many great acharyas has given so many commentaries on the Vedas and the Upanishads and Vedanta Sutras. Especially, they're supposed to comment on Vedanta Sutras. So these acharyas, they unanimously proved that they agreed that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And so we have different Puranas like Mahabharata who is doing that. And the most important thing, what's the difference between us and Krishna, is explained again by Srila Prabhupada here, that we living entities, we take different bodies. So we forget what we did in our previous body. But Krishna is always in that same body. He's Satchidananda body, and his body is Vibhu. Now our body is also Satchidananda body. I mean, our soul. We are also Satchidananda, isn't it? The soul is Satchidananda. So for us, we have a difference between soul and the body. For Krishna, there is no difference between soul and body. Is it making sense? This is very important philosophical point. Okay? Yeah, yeah. Tanya, what do you say? Krishna is having any difference between his body and soul?
No.
No, exactly. Haribol. So what about us? Do we have a difference? Do we have difference between our body and soul? Soham?
Soham's not here right now.
Okay. Tanya, you want to answer then? Do we have any difference between our body and soul?
No.
No?
No, yeah, yes.
Yes. Absolutely. So that's the difference. Krishna, body and soul, not different. But for us, body and soul are different.
Stop. Put it.
Okay. Is Soham back? No?
Yeah, he
Okay. Then
is.
Soham can continue. Soham, go ahead.
Which one, Robbie?
From Krishna's knowledge.
Krishna's knowledge is so perfect that he remembers all the incidents of his appearances, some millions and billions of years in the past, but Arjuna's memory and knowledge are limited by time and space, for he is an ordinary human being. In the fourth chapter, Krishna states that he can remember instructing the lessons of the Bhagavad Gita some millions of years ago to the sun god Vishaswan. No, you have to keep reading. Keep reading till she tells you to stop. Nowadays, it is the fashion of the atheistic class of men to try to become God by following some mystic process. Generally, the atheists claim to be God by dint of their imagination or their meditational prowess. Krishna is not the kind of God. He does not become God by manufacturing some mystic process of meditation, nor does he become God by undergoing the severe austerities of the mystic yogic. Properly speaking, he never becomes God because he's the Godhead of all in all circumstances. Circumstances.
Continue.
Keep reading till she tells you. Within the prison of his material uncle Krsna, where his father and mother were confined, Krishna appeared outside his mother's body as the four-handed Vishnu Narayana. Then he turned himself into a baby and told his father to carry him and to the house of Nanda Maharaj and his wife Yashoda. And Krishna was just a small baby. And Krishna was just such a small baby and into a baby and told his father to carry him to the house of Nanda Maharaj and his wife Yashoda. When Krishna was just a small baby, the gigantic demoness Potena attempted to kill him. When he sucked her breast, he pulled her out of life. This is the difference between the real Godhead and a God manufactured in the mystic factory. Krishna has no chance to practice the mystic yoga process, yet he manifests himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead at every step, from infancy to childhood, from childhood to boyhood, and from boyhood to young manhood. In this book, Krishna offers activities as a human being are described. Although Krishna plays like a human being, he always maintains his identity as the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Haribol. So Krishna, our body our body is two hands and two legs. We are having two hands and two legs because Krishna is having two hands and two legs. Isn't it? It's not that we are having two hands and two legs, so that Krishna is having. This is how people think. Oh, Krishna is also having like us two hands and two legs. So what's great about Krishna? Because Krishna is having two hands and two legs, we are having two hands and two legs. And so this is very interesting to understand that Krishna, he's not becoming God by something, right? Now Krishna is not becoming God by his own potency. Now if I do some yoga, if I do some meditation, I'll become God. Krishna is not such type of God. Krishna is God always. Now if I do some yoga, some meditation, then I'll become God. Is it they are called as God? They're called as God? No, right? But if I do some yoga, how can I become God? What are the six things that God should have that we saw earlier? The six opulences. That's one thing, and no one can manufacture God, or no one can. We are not very much interested in the manufactured gods. We want the God who is God always. In all circumstances, he should be God. right? So this so-called fashion, the artistic class of people to think that by some mystic yoga one can become God is just an imagination. It's not possible. So how Krishna is God then? Krishna, when he just appeared, he turned himself into 400 form of Narayana. Again, he became a baby. And then Krishna only told his father, "My dear father, take me to Vrindavan, right? Gokula." And then and then when he was a small baby, he was just some days baby, right? Like 7 days or 11 days baby. And he killed the huge demoness, Putana. And then and most of all the activities that he did in his young in at a very young age. He did many things. So he didn't practice any mystic yoga to do all those things. He was doing it because his Supreme Personality of Godhead always. Right? Very interesting. Yes, Tanya, go ahead.
Since Krishna is all attractive, one should know that all his desires should be focused on Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that the individual person is the proprietor or master of his own body, but that Krishna, who is the super soul present in everyone's heart, is the supreme proprietor and the supreme master of each and every individual body. As such, if we concentrate our living propensities upon Krishna only, then immediately universal love, unity, and tranquility will be automatically realized. When one waters the root of a tree, he automatically waters the branches, twigs, leaves, and flowers. When one supplies food to the stomach through the mouth, he satisfies all the various parts of the body. The art of focusing one's attention to the Supreme and giving one's love to Him is called Krishna consciousness. We have inaugurated the Krishna consciousness movement so that everyone can satisfy his propensity for loving others simply by directing his love toward Krishna. The whole world is very eager to satisfy the dormant propensity of love for others, but the various invented methods like socialism, communism, altruism, humanitarianism, and nationalism, along with the whatever else may be manufactured for the peace and prosperity of the world, are all useless and frustrating because of our gross ignorance of the art of loving Krishna. Generally, people think that by advancing the cause of moral principles and religious rights, they will be happy. Others may think that happiness can be achieved by economic development, and yet others think that simply by sense gratification they will be happy. But the real fact is that people can be happy only by loving Krishna. Krishna can be perfectly reciprocate one's loving propensities in different relationships called melos or rasas. Basically, there are 12 loving relationships. One can love Krishna as the supreme unknown, as the supreme master, the supreme friend, the supreme child, the supreme lover. These are the 5 basic love rasas. One can also love Krishna indirectly in 7 different relationships, which are apparently different from the 5 primary relationships. All in all, however, if one simply reposes his dormant, loving propensity in Krishna, then his life becomes successful. This is not a fiction, but is a fact that can be realized by practical application. One can directly perceive the effects that love for Krishna has on his life.
Very good. So here an important point that Prabhupada is mentioning. This is very important to understand. Krishna is the root. Each one of us are coming from Krishna, isn't it? We are all part and parcel of the Lord. So if you are serving the Lord, if you're watering the root, then automatically the fruits, flowers, leaves, everything gets nourished. If you are loving Krishna, if you're doing some service to Krishna, then automatically family members will be happy with us. The society will be happy with us. And the so-called boss will be happy with us. The friends will be happy with us. Everyone around us will be happy with us when we start associating with Krishna, when we start serving Krishna, right? This is very important. When we water the root, then all the twigs, leaves, flowers, everything gets nourishment. Similarly with our body. If we eat, if the stomach is satisfied, then all parts of the body gets nourished. So this is the point. This is the point of whole Krishna consciousness movement. That serving Krishna is someone's substance of it's the only thing that the living entity has to do, because the living entity is a part and parcel of Krishna, right? If it's making sense. So, I'll ask this question, that Krishna is compared to what? Now, Krishna is compared to, in the tree analogy, what is Krishna compared to? Soham, in the tree analogy, what is Krishna compared to? You want to guess something?
Brahma.
Sorry?
Brahma.
Brahma? I was asking, we were seeing the tree analogy, right? So if we are like leaves, twigs, flowers, and fruits, then what can be Krishna?
The flower. Flower.
No,
Leaves. Leaves.
no, no. We are all that. Twigs. I gave all the four things. Twigs,
Water. Yes.
In the tree, twigs, leaves, flowers, fruits. All these four are the living beings. What is Krishna? How can we get all these things?
The root.
Exactly. Hari Bol. Roots. Roots are Krishna. Hari Bol. Vihan is clapping. Okay, Vihan. Now question to you. So in our body, which part is Krishna? Hands, legs, all these things are the living entities. Who is Krishna in the body?
The womb.
In the sense?
The
Stomach, is it? Right. One and the same. Hari Bol. Exactly. So Krishna is the stomach. So if what why is Krishna compared to stomach? Can you tell? Mm, oh yeah. So why Krishna is compared to roots? Can you guess why?
Because it gives the stability to the tree.
Right. If we water the root, then all the other things gets nourished, isn't it? Do you agree?
Yes.
Right. So similarly with the stomach too. You want to try for the stomach? If the stomach is satisfied, then what happens?
Then we digest and we have more energy so we can play around and then we stay fit.
Exactly. So all the parts of the body gets nourished, isn't it? Yes? Yeah. You told the same thing, but you elaborated more. Very good. So in this, so this is very important to understand. So if you are serving Krishna, right, then what's happening? Automatically all the people will be served. Automatically all the people will be satisfied. If Krishna is satisfied with us, then all the people around us will be satisfied. If we practice it, we can practically feel it. When we start doing service to Krishna, and when we practically see it, that if you're just serving Krishna, then all the people around us will be happy, because we are watching the root, as Soham was telling. We are watching. We are putting the food into the stomach. If we put the food into the stomach, we don't have to separately feed the hand. I don't need to go and feed the hand. I don't need to do that because I'm feeding the stomach. So rest assured, my hands, legs, and my body, the whole body gets nourished. Whole body gets the nourishment. Okay, so we got to see like 4 or 5 points today. So any person, if he has to claim him as God, then he should have the 6 opulences, right? That Bihan told. And then after that, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, and Krishna's body, the difference between Krishna's body and our body. Krishna's body, he has no difference between soul and body. But for us, we have a difference between body and soul. This Tanya has told. And then we saw the analogy between Krishna and the living entity. So Krishna is compared to the root, and all the other living entities, our parents, our family, our teachers, our boss, our friends, everyone are like roots. Sorry, everyone are like leaves, twigs, flowers, fruits. And Krishna is the root. So watering the root, then all the other, the whole, everyone gets fulfilled. Everyone gets nourished. And same with stomach. And this Soham told. Okay. If you can continue. Are there any points that you guys want to add? That you felt very interesting? Are there any points? I like more philosophy. So wherever I get a philosophy, I'll get little tempted to tell the philosophy. So you guys are free to tell if you want to add anything, okay? I know Soham likes philosophy, isn't it, Soham?
Yes.
Yes, we both are same here. Who else likes philosophy more? More than story? Only me and Soham? Could be, isn't it? Not very much. All right. Ujjat, you want to continue?
Okay, the art of focusing one's attention onto the Supreme and giving one's love to Him is called Krishna consciousness. We have inaugurated the Krishna consciousness movement so that everyone can satisfy his propensity for loving others simply by directing his loves towards Krishna. The whole world is very eager to satisfy the dormant propensity of love for others, but the various invented methods like socialism, communism. Wait, didn't we read this already?
Yeah.
Okay. Krishna can perfectly reciprocate one's loving propensities in different relationships called mellows or rasas. Basically, there are 12
Oh,
loving.
we finished this also. I'm sorry.
Okay. In the 9th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the science of Krishna consciousness is called the king of all knowledge, the king of all confidential things, and the supreme science of transcendental realization. Yet we can directly experience the results of the science of Krishna consciousness because it is very easy to practice and it is very pleasurable. Whatever percentage of Krishna consciousness we can perform will become an eternal asset to our life, for it is imperishable in all circumstances. It has now been actually proved that today's confused and frustrated younger generation in the Western countries can directly perceive the results of channeling the loving propensity toward Krishna alone. It is said that although one executes severe austerities, penances, and sacrifices in his lives, if he fails to awaken his dormant love for Krishna, then all his penances are considered useless. On the other hand, if one has awakened his dormant love for Krishna, then what is the use in executing austerities and penances unnecessarily? The Krishna consciousness movement is the unique gift of Lord Chaitanya to the fallen soul of this age. It is a very simple method which has actually been carried out during the last 4 years in the Western countries, and there is no doubt that this movement can satisfy the dormant loving propensities of humanity. This book, Krishna, is another presentation to help the Krishna consciousness movement in the Western world. This transcendental literature is published with profuse illustrations. People love to read various kinds of fiction to spend their time and energy. Now this tendency can be directed to Krishna. The result will be the imperishable satisfaction of the soul, both individually and collectively. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita that even a little effort expended on the path of Krishna consciousness can save one from the greatest danger. Hundreds of thousands of examples can be cited of people who have escaped the greatest dangers of life due to a slight advancement in Krishna consciousness. We therefore request everyone to take advantage of this great transcendental literature. One will find that by reading one page after another, an immense treasure of knowledge in art, science, literature, philosophy, and religion will be revealed. And ultimately, by reading this one book, Krishna, love of Godhead will fructify.
Very good. So the whole point Prabhupada is mentioning here about how in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is explaining the ultimate thing, the king of all knowledge, and this Krishna book is especially meant to know more and more about that person. Now if we now now if we want to believe some person, right? How do we believe any person? Some random person comes up, and how do we believe that person? We can believe that person if we know about that person more and more, isn't it? If I know about that person so much, then I'll get that belief, oh, this person will definitely save me, this person is my savior. So when can we get to that point, when we hear the glories of that person more and more, how much he's saving his devotees, how much he's helping his devotees, how much he's taking care of his devotees, how much he's supporting him, how much he's giving himself for his devotees. If we know all these things, then automatically we feel surrendered to the Lord. So this Krishna book is meant for that purpose. And what else? So if you are doing any sacrifices and penances without Krishna, without putting Krishna in the center, it's just waste of time, unnecessary. Shama eva hi kevalam. No use. If you are any activity, if you are doing without Krishna in the center, it's of no use. Very unfortunate, but that's the truth. And to get that mercy, to do anything and everything for Krishna, we really need mercy. We really need kripa. That's why we need to serve the fallen souls has to serve the Lord, to serve the devotees, so that they elevate from this material consciousness to me, mine consciousness, to Krishna consciousness. That everything belongs to Krishna. I'm just using my quota for some period of time. Until I'm in this body, I'm using some part of Krishna's energy. Krishna has given it for my quota, so I'm using it like that. So any little effort in Krishna consciousness can save one from the greatest danger of falling back into the animal kingdom or going to the lower planet systems. Many things. Okay. Yeah. I think we'll finish this and we'll stop. We'll stop. Okay. My grateful acknowledgement is due to Shriman George Harrison, now chanting Hare Krishna, for his liberal contribution of $19,000 to meet the entire cost of printing this volume. May Krishna bestow upon this nice boy further advancement in Krishna consciousness. And at last, my ever willing blessings are bestowed upon Shriman Shyamasundara Das Adhikari, Shriman Brahmananda Das Brahmachari, Shriman Hayagriva Das Adhikari, Shriman Satswarupa Das Adhikari, Shrimati Devakuti Devi Dasi, Shrimati Jadurani Devi Dasi, Shriman Muralidhara Dasa Brahmachari, Shriman Bharadwaja Dasa Brahmachari, and Shriman Pradyumna Dasa Adhikari, etc., for their hard labor in different ways to make this publication a great success. Hare Krishna. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Advent Day of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, February 26, 1970, ISKCON Headquarters, 3764 Watseka Avenue, Los Angeles, California. Hari Bol. So we'll stop here. Vancha kalpata rubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantapur Vaishnavi ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bol.